Good morning. So I thought I'd talk a little bit about John Wesley's sermon, The Use of Money, which I thought was actually one of the most interesting kind of writings on this topic. So Wesley said that the right use of money is a subject largely spoken of after their manner by men of the world, but not sufficiently considered by those whom God has chosen out of the world. And that was Wesley's wordy 18th century way of saying Christians don't like to talk about money. And that makes a certain amount of sense, right? Christ had some things to say about wealth and the corruption it can cause. It's easier for a camel to pass through the eye of a needle. And I think that makes us uncomfortable in talking about money. But Wesley thought we should talk about it more and how best to use it. Wesley said, the fault does not lie in the money. It may be used ill, but it may likewise be used well. He thought that thinking intentionally about how we use our wealth is actually an important part of our life as faithful Christians. So he warned against wasting money in idle expenses, which he said is just the same as throwing it into the sea. I wonder what he would think about having, multiple streaming services today that we don't even watch. But that I think would probably be the 21st century equivalent of what Wesley was thinking about. Instead, he argued that God wants us to be good stewards of our resources and then put them to God's work. He said that in the hands of God's children, money is food for the hungry, drink for the thirsty, raiment for the naked. It gives to the traveler and the stranger where to lay his head. It may be a defense for the oppressed, a means of health to the sick, to ease them that are in pain. It may be as eyes to the blind, as feet to the lame, yea, a lifter up from the gates of death. And when you put it that way, John, it sounds pretty awesome. It's a way to participate in God's life-giving work. So when we think about stewardship and pledging this season, it's not just about keeping the church running, though that is a big part of it, right? That's part of it. But it's about choosing intentionally to place what we have in God's hands, trusting that it can be used for something greater. Thank you.